Most of you are walking around with glass jaws. One carefully placed criticism, one setback, one disapproving look, and you crumble. You're reactive, not proactive. You're defined by the opinions of others, not your own inherent value. This stops now. This isn't about becoming emotionless. It's about building a fortress within. A mental core so strong, so unshakable, that the petty blows of the world don't even register. It's about becoming untouchable. For too long, men have been conditioned to seek external validation, to measure their worth by their job title, their bank account, or the number of likes on a social media post. This is a dangerous game, because those things will be taken from you. Markets crash. Jobs disappear. Popularity is fleeting. If your self-worth is tied to these external factors, you're building your house on sand. The first storm will wipe you out. The truth is, the world will try to break you. People will try to manipulate you. Life will throw curveballs that leave you reeling. You can either succumb to the chaos and become another statistic, or you can forge yourself into something unbreakable, something untouchable. This isn't some airy-fairy self-help mumbo-jumbo. This is about survival, about claiming your power in a world that actively tries to diminish it. It's about refusing to be a victim. It's about building a self so robust that even in the face of utter devastation, you can still stand tall. Let's get into the rules. Rule 1, embrace radical responsibility. Stop blaming the world for your problems. Stop making excuses. Stop pointing fingers. It's a pathetic reflex. You are the architect of your own life. And if you're unhappy with the blueprint, it's time to pick up a pen and redraw it. This isn't about taking the blame for things genuinely outside of your control, accidents, natural disasters. It's about owning your response to those things. A man who blames his boss for his lack of career advancement is a weak man. A man who acknowledges his own lack of skill, effort, or strategic thinking and then sets about fixing it is a powerful man. This principle extends to everything. Your finances, your health, your relationships, everything. Until you accept 100% responsibility for your life, you will remain a pawn in someone else's game. That's the first step to becoming untouchable. Understand that your destiny rests entirely in your hands. Rule 2, cultivate indifference to the opinions of the weak. Seriously, this is huge. Most people are operating on autopilot, driven by envy, insecurity, and a desperate need for approval. Their opinions are not valuable. They are noise. Why are you letting the judgment of someone who hasn't achieved a fraction of what you're striving for dictate your emotional state? Why are you letting the negativity of someone who is actively sabotaging their own life poison your mind? It's painful, undeniably, especially when the criticism comes from family or so-called friends. But understand this, people project their own shortcomings onto others. Their negativity is a reflection of their inner turmoil, not a statement about your worth. This isn't about arrogance. It's about discernment. Seek counsel from those who have earned it through their achievements and wisdom. Ignore the rest. Develop a filter for negativity so strong that it simply bounces off you. This isn't easy. It takes conscious effort. Think of it as building muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it becomes. Rule 3, master the art of detachment. We're wired for attachment. To possessions, to people, to outcomes. But attachment is the root of all suffering. The fear of loss, the agony of rejection, the frustration of unmet expectations, they all stem from clinging too tightly to things that are, by their very nature, impermanent. This doesn't mean you can't care about anything. It means learning to appreciate things without needing them, to enjoy the present moment without obsessing over the future, to love someone without making their happiness your sole responsibility. Practice non-attachment. Imagine your goals as rivers flowing towards the sea. Guide the current, but don't try to control every ripple. Accept that things will change, that plans will fall apart, that people will disappoint you. And when they do, don't break. Adapt. Evolve. Keep moving. Rule 4, embrace discomfort. Seek it out. Softness breeds weakness. Comfort is the enemy of growth. If you're always avoiding challenges, you're actively shrinking your potential. You want to be untouchable? Then you need to subject yourself to controlled doses of discomfort. Cold showers, intense workouts, public speaking, challenging conversations, pushing yourself beyond your perceived limits. Each time you overcome a discomfort, you rewire your brain. You prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought possible. You build resilience. You cultivate mental toughness. You're essentially inoculating yourself against the inevitable hardships of life. This isn't about being reckless or self-destructive. It's about intentionally expanding your comfort zone. It's about forcing yourself to adapt and overcome. It's about building a steel spine. Rule 5, develop unwavering self-belief. This isn't about blind optimism. It's about an internal conviction that you are capable of achieving your goals, regardless of the obstacles in your path. It's about knowing your value. It's about staring into the abyss and refusing to blink. This requires honest self-assessment. Identify your strengths and weaknesses. Work on your flaws, but don't let them define you. Focus on your accomplishments, however small. Build a solid foundation of self-respect, and then defend that belief. Don't let anyone talk you out of it. Don't let setbacks erode your confidence. Remind yourself of your value, your potential, and your unwavering commitment to your goals. Sometimes you'll have to lie to yourself to get through the day, but that's okay, as long as that lie is pushing you forward. Rule 6, prioritize inner work over external validation. Stop chasing superficial achievements. Stop seeking approval from others. Instead, focus on cultivating your inner world. Read, meditate, journal. Engage in activities that nourish your soul. Explore your passions. Develop your skills. Become the best version of yourself, not for anyone else, but for you. This is where true power lies. When you are grounded in your own values and driven by your own purpose, you become impervious to external pressures. You are no longer seeking validation. You are radiating confidence. You are untouchable. Rule 7, accept the inevitable impermanence. Everything changes. Everything ends. This isn't a pessimistic view, it's reality. Clinging to things as they are is a guaranteed path to suffering. Loss is inevitable. Failure is inevitable. Heartbreak is inevitable. Accept this. Embrace it. Understanding the impermanence of all things allows you to appreciate the present moment more fully. It gives you the courage to take risks, to pursue your dreams, knowing that even if you fail, you will survive. This acceptance isn't passive resignation. It's a dynamic process of letting go, adapting, and moving forward. It's recognizing that life is a constant cycle of creation and destruction. And in that cycle, your strength is not about preventing the destruction, but about rebuilding again and again. This isn't a quick fix. This is a lifelong commitment to self-mastery. It requires discipline, courage, and a willingness to confront your own demons. But the rewards are immeasurable. You will become less reactive, more resilient, and more confident. You will be less affected by the opinions of others and more focused on your own goals. You will be able to weather any storm and emerge stronger on the other side. You will become untouchable. Now, stop watching videos for validation and start doing the work. Identify one rule from this list and commit to implementing it in your life today. One small step. That's all it takes to begin. And if you're serious about building a life of strength, self-reliance, and uncompromising resilience, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. This isn't about entertainment, it's about elevation. Let's build a world of men who refuse to be broken.